And once again, we welcome you back to the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are with us here for game number 6 of this tournament that features the hometown Collinsville K-Hawks taking on the Panthers of Decatur Eisenhower High School. As we get you ready for this one, Collinsville, one of the only 2 undefeated teams in this tournament. Quincy won already today, so they are 12-0. Collinsville comes into this contest with a record of 12-0, and they will face a Decatur Eisenhower team that comes in at 3-6. Obviously, Collinsville has been here for every year of this tournament, so this is their 39th year in this tournament. They have 5 titles: 1990, 1995, 2001, 2004, and 2019. Collinsville is 98-47 in their own tournament. Decatur Eisenhower, this is their 24th year playing in this Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Classic. They have 1 title, and that came back in 2007, and the Panthers are 36-43 in their time here at this tournament. Collinsville head coach Darren Lee, he's into his 15th season overall. Decatur Eisenhower's coach Rodney Walker, and he is in his 10th year overall. We do not have any stats for Decatur Eisenhower. They do not participate in using max prep, so we can only tell you what we know about Collinsville, and that would be that Nick Horace is Collinsville's leading scorer with 212 points. He averages 17.7 per game. Jamari Weisinger and Zach Chambers are also into double digits as far as averages are concerned. Weisinger, 194 points, averages out to 16.2 per contest, and Zach Chambers 161 points, and that comes out to 13.4 points per game. And Chambers, he's the leading rebounder for your Collinsville K-Hawks as he comes into this contest with 89 boards on the year, averaging about 7.4 of those per game. All right, one break coming up before we get this one started. We'll be back here in a minute. Collinsville and Decatur Eisenhower, that comes your way next on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the K-Hawk Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as we get you ready for this one between Collinsville and Eisenhower High School out of Decatur. And here are your starters for the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers. Oh, we're going to have I did not know we were going to do another national anthem. We'll be back in a moment.
Have a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former K-Hawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
All right, did not know we were going to do another national anthem, so that kind of caught me off guard. Now we can begin with the starting lineups, and we'll begin with the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers. They do not have heights listed on their roster, so we only have names, numbers, and what year they are. And we will start off with number 1, Tashawn Clemens. He is a sophomore. Garyon Henderson, also a sophomore. Braden Athlone is a junior. J.T. Moore is a sophomore. And Jarvis Smith is a senior. They only have 2 seniors on the roster, does Decatur Eisenhower. Smith is one, and DeAndre Walker-Williams is the other one, and he is not a starter. They do have 1 freshman on their roster. Actually, they've got 2. Leo Sullivan and Monte Phillips are on the roster as freshmen for the Eisenhower Panthers. For your Collinsville K-Hawks, no change in the starting 5. That has been the same all year long. Nick Horace, the 6'3 senior. Chase Reynolds, the 5'11 junior. Jamario Weisinger, the 6' senior. Stanley Carnahan, the 6'6 junior. And Zach Chambers, the 6'9 senior, rounds out your starting 5 for your Collinsville K-Hawks. It's been a good tournament so far. Rundown, in case you wanted to know, the day's first game won by the defending champions, back-to-back defending champions. MacArthur down Granite City 58-51. Then it was O'Fallon over Rockford East 67-36. Altoff took care of Mundelein 75-52. Quincy all over Oakville 76-38. And the closest game so far of the day, a 1-point victory by Triad as they defeated Carbondale by a score of 41-40. So half of the quarterfinals are already set. MacArthur will take on O'Fallon at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, followed by Altoff and Quincy at 11:30. Triad already in there as well. They will take on the winner of this contest between Collinsville and Eisenhower. As we say a very good evening to one Mr. Dr. Chris McCluskey. How are you, sir?
Hi, Todd. I am excited to be back in the booth here at Virgil Fletcher for this year's version of the Prairie Farms Classic. Exciting times, packed gym, great K-Hawk team. Let's go.
I tell you, it's been a lot of fun, man. That last game, 41-40, Triad over Carbondale. That was a lot of fun. All right, Eisenhower out there in their yellow uniforms, got a little trim in black, have the word Panthers written across the sides of their shorts. Numbers on the backs are also in black, and they have the word Decatur over the top of their number uniform on the front. Eisenhower underneath that. Collinsville in their home whites, trimmed in purple, numbers in purple, and the word K-Hawks written across the fronts of their jerseys. Collinsville wins the opening tip-off, and we are underway. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger will pass it around, and Reynolds gets it. Reynolds gives it back to Weisinger. Weisinger for 3, and it good. And that's the way this one gets going.
Good start for number 5, the senior leader, Jamori Weisinger, to put K-Hawks on top. Here comes Eisenhower.
Eisenhower with the ball. First time they've possessed it offensively, and they'll give it up. T.J. Moore will, and then he'll take a position inside the perimeter. All the way back out front to the midcourt stripe for Clemens. Clemens over onto the far wing, back out to midcourt for Moore. And Moore trying to get around Carnahan. Does so, but gives up a pass over on the right wing now for Clemens. Clemens backs up all the way to the sideline. Actually, that's not Clemens, that's Henderson. And then out to JT Moore once again. Moore trying to penetrate, couldn't do it. Steal by Weisinger. Weisinger will come up, and he'll take it himself off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound. That is into the hands of Clemens, and Collinsville will go back and play a little bit more defense. Jayhawks up early, 3-0. Off the high glass, no good. Ball punched out, and it comes all the way out once again to Moore. Moore over here on this far wing or near wing to Henderson. Henderson takes it back to the midcourt logo and gives it up once again for JT Moore. Moore in front of the Jayhawk bench to Clemens. Clemens dribbles his way up closer to that left wing, but then kicks the ball back out for Henderson. Henderson with a dribble drive, and then he kicks it back out onto the wing once again for Clemens, who will hand the ball off to Moore. Moore with his feet in the purple sea, drives forward, lost the ball on the way. Carnahan finds it and gives it up to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds zigzags his way across the court over onto the left wing to the free throw line. Carnahan back outside will go, and over into the corner for Horace. Up underneath, kicked back. Horace for three from the corner, and that one gets caught in the little wedge there between the glass and the rim.
Do we get 1.5 points for that?
I don't think
Is
so.
that a half?
Half a point?
So Eisenhower, interestingly enough, you keep saying dribble drive, and you're right. They're running a 5-out spread offense, trying to penetrate against the Jayhawks. I don't think that they can handle us in the paint, so they're trying to spread us out, dribble, drive, and kick. And so far, even though it's early in the game, they have held Collinsville to just a 3-point lead.
6:10 left to play here in this opening quarter. Game number 6, 2 more games scheduled to come your way. And these last 3 should be a lot of fun to watch. Well, one, Collinsville's in this one, so that's always going to be fun to watch. And then we have Lincoln and McClure North coming up next, followed by Belleville East and Collierville, Tennessee. Here comes Eisenhower. They bring the ball up. Monte Phillips becomes an early substitution. He's into the game here early. And a drive, free throw line right in front of it. Shot taken there by Henderson. No good. Collinsville trying to fight for the rebound. Instead, it finds one of the Eisenhower players all the way back out front to Clemens. Clemens on the wing now for Phillips. Phillips back out front for Henderson. Henderson wants to drive into the paint. Can't find any room. Kicks it back out once again for Phillips. Phillips picks up his dribble from one wing to the other wing. Here is Moore. That's Henderson. Moore got taken out of the game, and that's why Phillips is in now, and Phillips has the ball in front of the Jayhawk bench. Brings it around to the top of the key. 5:25 left to play here in this opening quarter. 3-0 in favor of Collinsville on a Jamori Weisinger three-pointer to open. And now a drive, and around the rim it rolls just as the shot clock buzzer was going off. Collinsville gets the rebound into the corner. Weisinger, he'll bring it out of the corner. All the way out toward the top of the key. Horace, he takes his place. Carnahan, and Carnahan's on the board for the first time, and we're going to have a early timeout called by Eisenhower. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll step aside for that long as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Jayhawk Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Jayhawks and the Jayhawk Sports Network, as well as the Jayhawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 5-0 in favor of Collinsville. Eisenhower trying to dent the scoreboard for the first time as we have played 3 minutes and some change here. And here is Henderson with a drive for Eisenhower. He'll kick it back out now for Phillips. Phillips in front of the Jayhawk bench now, back to Henderson. And then Henderson will send it back out to the top of the key for Clemens. Clemens, a little crossover dribble, trying to get around Reynolds. He does so. Shot, first basket good. Only took about 3 minutes and 25 seconds, but Eisenhower's on the board, and it's still just a 3-point game. Collinsville leads 5-2.
Yeah, nice little drive and fadeaway jumper by number 1, DeJuan Clemens.
Underneath, Horace off the glass and a bounce off the rim. Good for 2. Collinsville back up by 5.
Nicky Tony making things happen. He credited with the assist on the last possession, gets the bucket on this possession. You're going to see big things out of that senior leader this entire tournament.
There is Phillips on the wing. He'll get it out front and once again to Henderson. Henderson at the top of the key, gives it back to Phillips. Phillips in front of the scorer's table, or at the end of the extension of the scorer's table, as we are halfway through quarter number 1. Here is Clemens. Clemens, a little crossover dribble himself, gives it up onto the wing now once again for Phillips. Back to Clemens. Clemens dribbles and drives and almost had that ball knocked away again by Carnahan, and then a shot clock violation will give Collinsville the ball back.
Yeah, Stanley Carnahan just about had that steal, but a little crafty business out of Eisenhower, and they end up getting the shot off, but the ball caroms off of the backboard, and shot clock rules say you have to hit the rim.
Have to hit the rim,
Have to hit the rim, so that was a violation. Here comes Chase Reynolds and his K-Hawks.
Reynolds with the ball deep out onto the right wing, almost had it knocked away. Gives it up to Carnahan, and then that's off of the knee of Carnahan. Is trying to save that ball was Henderson. He did so and banked it right off of the shin of Carnahan.
Yeah, errant pass by Reynolds. He almost lost the ball himself and then just tried to get rid of it and threw an ill-advised pass, and that'll result in a turnover by Collinsville. And here comes Eisenhower.
Oh,
here comes
Weisinger, and he can't finish. Man, you hear that? Oh, that moan.
That's 2 layups out of Weisinger that he's missed early in this game. So I like the energy. We just got to be able to finish, baby.
3:27 left to go here in this opening quarter. Collinsville picks up the first foul of the game. It belongs to Chase Reynolds, and the inbound pass will come in from Decatur Eisenhower by Clemens, and he'll do so to Henderson. Henderson working the ball up across the logo at midcourt. 3:20 to play here in this opening quarter. He'll give it up now for Phillips. Phillips deep out onto that right wing. Now over to the left side for Henderson. Henderson back out to the top of the key for Clemens. Clemens back over to Phillips. Phillips back over to Henderson. And now Clemens for 3, and that one won't fall. Rebound belongs to Zach Chambers. Chambers gets it up to Weisinger. Weisinger waits for the rest of the team to catch up. Gives a one-arm pass over to Reynolds. Reynolds back over to Horace. And back to Reynolds into the corner for Horace once again. And almost bounced that ball onto that purple stripe, man. Into the corner it goes. And inside the perimeter, a shot taken by Horace. No good. Rebound by Zach Chambers, and he is fouled from behind, so Chambers will head to the free throw line. No, he will not.
I think a foul was on the floor as Chambers was coming down. Credit Chambers for crashing the boards. Nice ball movement by the K-Hawks there. They go perimeter into the high post and out to the perimeter.
Horace with the inbound does so to Chambers. Chambers from the wing gives it up now for Weisinger. Into the corner for Horace. Horace with a slingshot pass over to Reynolds, who gives to Carnahan. Carnahan, baseline shot, can't get it to go. If Carnahan would have just stayed where he was after he shot the ball, would have came right back to him.
If Collinsville would have made half of their layups, they would be up by 10 points already.
Yeah, I agree.
Missed layups.
Here is Phillips. Phillips with a bounce pass over to Henderson. Henderson back over to Phillips, deep out onto the right wing. And Phillips gives it up and gets it right back. Out to Clemens. Clemens near midcourt as we approach 2 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Here is another drive by Henderson. Baseline shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Carnahan. Collinsville brings it back up. K-Hawks only up by 5 here. Here is Nick Horace. He drives baseline, and he's fouled now. We will have a free throw shooter, and that will be one Mr. Nicky Tony. 71.9% from the free throw line this year. He comes in having hit 41 of 57.
That's got to be amongst the leaders in the state. That's pretty good free throw percentage. I don't know what the leaders are, but
but he misses that one. And a new participant, and I don't have a 22. Seems like every game I got a guy I'm missing here.
We'll just call him Deuce Deuce. He's a big fella.
He is. No lying there.
That's looks like an offensive guard on the football team.
Yeah.
Like that young man out of Belleville Altoff.
Yeah. And Nick Horace misses both. Collinsville, though, finds the rebound, although it took a minute for Weisinger to find the handle, and he just banked it right off of the nose of Clemens.
Oh, boy.
And out of bounds, and Clemens is trying to check and see there ain't no blood there.
He's been sweating Jamori, and Jamori goes with a nice show of sportsmanship and says, hey, sorry I had to bounce that ball off your face.
I think he was just trying to bounce it off the top of his head.
I think he
At
was
the last
too.
second, Clemens looked up.
He looked up, yeah. Oh, boy.
Well, they're going to have to wipe off the ball a bit, I guess. Even the referees are laughing about that one.
Yeah. You don't see that very often.
No, you do not.
Hey, credit Mr. Clemens, he didn't really flinch a whole
No,
bunch.
not
He
much.
rubbed his nose a little bit, but that was one of those eye-watering blows to the nose that had to hurt.
Evan Wilkinson checks into the game, and he inbounds and does so. Now Chambers with it, baseline. Chambers gets caught, and a foul called.
Yeah, Chambers was double-teamed, really had nowhere to go, and had Eisenhower's players gone straight up, I think that they would have had a possible turnover, but they got a little reachy. And Collinsville will get the ball at the baseline. Triggerman Weisinger, here we go.
22 is Marcus Page. So now we have a name to go along with a number. And here is Brister, who's into the game, to Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets triple teamed, and then Brister gets double teamed, and now he travels, and that's going to be a turnover. Well, I tell you what, Eisenhower's giving Collinsville fits here.
Well, you know what? The scouting report's in, right? What's Collinsville's one weakness, and that's guards turning the ball over. So Eisenhower's decided that they're going to double team our guards and try to trap them, and so far it's paying dividends.
Here is Garyon Henderson. Henderson brings it up this near sideline. 90 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Collinsville up just 7-2. Very low scoring affair here in this first quarter.
It is. Collinsville's played well. They've just missed too many layups.
Yeah.
That's the difference in this ball.
I agree. 1:15 to play.
Yeah, Eisenhower's still spreading the ball out, working the dribble drive, and they do just that, but they're not shooting the ball particularly well either.
Well, they got that one. That was a little baseline jumper by Zephon Warren.
And that was an offensive rebound putback.
Yep. Here is Brister.
Make note of that. Here comes Weisinger.
3 for Weisinger. Can't get that one to hit. Just a little bit short. Rebound belongs to the Panthers. They bring it up. Here is Clemens. Clemens takes a shot off the inside of the rim. No good. Rebound belongs to Zach Chambers. Collinsville with the ball with 40 seconds to go. 10-second difference in the game clock and the shot clock. Here is Brister into the corner now for Wilkinson. Threads the needle in for Chambers, and he gets mugged, but no call. He got pulled in all kinds of directions there. Here is Weisinger. Out to Brister. Into the corner for Wilkinson. Out front now. Weisinger, another three-point try, and that one's nothing but net.
Yes, sir, and that was from about 25 feet. I mean, Jamori was almost at the volleyball line. That thing was from way downtown.
I call that the slot. In between the top of the key and the logo, I call that the slot. I don't know why.
I'll call it from the ketchup bottle.
Sure. Why not? He hit one from half court at East St. Louis earlier this year. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah. There is Clemens once again, and he's got just a second left to shoot. He does, and that one misses. And that's the way that quarter number one comes to a close. 10-4 in favor of the K-Hawks. Back with quarter number two after a timeout here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville K-Hawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 1 quarter in the books here in game number 6. Collinsville has a 10-4 lead. And we'll see what quarter number 2 brings along.
Yeah, Collinsville outplayed Eisenhower in the first quarter. They just, like we mentioned earlier, had a little struggle on the free throws or the layups. That'll come back. So I would probably look to see Collinsville extend their lead here in the second quarter. You know, in tournament play, it's important to come out and, a team that you're favored against, really slam the door. That way you can rest some of your guys in the second half, hopefully.
Yeah, that's what a couple of the few teams did here. O'Fallon had a running clock in their game. Quincy had a running clock. There is Wilkinson with a three-point shot. That one can't find the mark, and the rebound belongs to Eisenhower. They bring it back up. Here is Phillips. He'll kick it out to Clemens. Clemens on the wing now for Henderson for 3. No good. And the rebound fell into the hands of Page off the high glass. He can't get it to go. Brister pulls down the rebound for Collinsville. He uses that speed and gets up the floor quickly. Here is Horace, and Horace, one number 3 to another number 3, fouled, and Garyon Henderson will pick up his team's first foul here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, Collinsville guards are going to continue to be put to the test as long as they move the ball quickly, don't dribble it too much, swing the basketball, then things are going to pop up open under the basket because of the front court pressure that Eisenhower is putting on our guards.
Evan Wilkinson will trigger this inbound from the near sideline in front of a host of folks wearing the purple and the white. Weisinger back to Wilkinson. Yeah, a little hook pass, and there is Zach Chambers with a little two-hand jam putback.
Double time didn't work that time, or double team didn't work that time, did it, Todd?
Sure did not.
Drop step, turn around, two-hand jam for the senior Zach Chambers.
I like that hook pass from Wilkinson, too. That was
nice.
Sweet. Outside we'll go now for Beasley. That would be Jameel Beasley into the game for the first time. Here is Phillips. He drives just outside the lane, takes a shot, can't get it to go. Weisinger pulls down the rebound.
He's getting mugged.
And then he gets ran into on the way, and we're going to have a foul called against Monte Phillips.
It took two guys to mug him before he got that call, but the first guy was
That's what you call a running mug.
Woo, baby.
Leo Sullivan, a freshman, off of the bench here for Eisenhower in this tournament. Weisinger for three, top of the key, good!
Yes, sir! Number 5, Jamori Weisinger from the volleyball line again.
He is 3 of 4 in three-pointers so far. Here's one from inside the perimeter. That one almost wedged. Nice block by Chambers, and he'll pick up the loose ball and give it to Brister. Brister flies up the court, throws it into the corner now for Horace. Horace, one bounce, throws it into the paint, and Chambers kicks it back out. Weisinger for 3 more. Why not?
Let's go! Number 5, Jamori Weisinger is in fuego.
A timeout on the floor. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Looking for a new place to catch the game with a cold drink and some great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest K-Hawk games and all of the pro sports across the spectrum, and all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 18-4 in favor of the Collinsville K-Hawks, and I hope everybody at the just opened 1101 Bar and Grill is having a good time. They signed up just before this tournament, so we're glad to have them with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Welcome aboard, longtime K-Hawk supporters, the owners of that new establishment. So go down there and give them some business.
Mike Reichert, his son, of course, is Matt Reichert, who owns All Pro Tees, who has been a sponsor with us since we started the K-Hawk Sports Network back in 2010. And a ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Eisenhower. 6:06 left to play here in this first half. 18-4. Collinsville all of a sudden has opened up a 14-point lead.
Yeah, we said look for Collinsville to extend the lead here in the second quarter because shots are going to fall, and boy have they early in the second quarter.
Weisinger all of a sudden red hot from beyond the three-point line, and not that he wasn't red hot earlier. There's a steal. That's what Tyree Brister does best. He'll take it down. And
no foul?
No foul on that one as they kind of bumped into each other on the way and allowed Tyree Brister to kind of try to shoot that ball off balance, and he couldn't get the shot off.
One thing you have to understand in tournament play, less fouls are called, right? I mean, because they have to keep the pace of the tournament flowing. So you'll see less whistles here than in, say, a regular season conference game.
Brister gets the inbound pass from Weisinger, and then Brister throws it up under the paint, but it actually hit the backboard. Wilkinson finds the ball, and he'll take it back outside of the perimeter. And Jamori Weisinger to Brister, back over to Wilkinson, into the corner. Horace for 3. Why not? Get him in on the three-point action as well.
That senior duo, Nikki Tony, Jamori Weisinger, are leading this team to what looks to be a blowout early here in the game.
Eisenhower, they have other ideas, though. We'll see how it goes. Here is Phillips. Phillips in the slot area. Over onto the wing now, and a drive by Clemens, and he'll give it up once again now for Phillips. Phillips back out to the top of the key, just outside the lane. He'll take the shot off the high glass, good for 2. And it's a 21-6 contest. Collinsville in the lead. We approach 5 minutes to go here in this first half, and here comes Weisinger.
Yeah, that was a nice dribble drive by Monty Phillips. He used his body and went up lefty off the glass for a bucket.
Free throw line. Horace just a little bit off there. Rebound belongs to Clemens. Clemens comes across the midcourt logo.
He carried it.
He carried it, didn't get caught. And now the ball out of bounds, and it'll belong to Collinsville.
Yeah, got away with a little carry there, but hey, if you can sneak one in, I'm not mad at it, but that'll eventually he turned the ball over, and here comes Weisinger leading his K-Hawks up 21-6 with 4:38 left.
Weisinger all the way around to Brister, into the corner now for Wilkinson. Wilkinson, a one-arm shovel pass. Weisinger for three. That one falls a little short. I believe his arm got touched just a little bit there on that shot, but not enough for the refs to blow the whistle. Now it comes all the way back out, deep onto the wing and into the hands of Beasley. Beasley gives it up for Clemens. Clemens at the top of the key, picks up his dribble, and back over to Beasley it goes. Number 11 and number 1 will play catch for a minute. Right now, Clemens with it at the free throw line. Stops his journey there. Gives the ball up now to Phillips. Back outside, Clemens for three. That one's an air ball. Falls right down into the hands of Chambers, and a quick break here. And Nicky Tony couldn't finish. He got touched a little bit.
No foul there.
Yeah, no foul there.
Guy grabbed his wrist. Oh, boy, hey, they're going to let him play and keep this tournament rolling.
Clemens out to the midcourt logo and gives it up now for Monte Phillips.
I heard him talking in the hospitality room, the guys who have the 10 o'clock game. They was telling the other guys, they said, keep your whistles in your pockets. I don't want that game starting at 10:30.
Yeah, I hear you.
So you just have to know that's going to be part of the deal and play within, within those parameters.
Here is Beasley, one bounce in the perimeter and takes it back out. Now a drive by Warren and a shot, no good. Rebound, Zach Chambers gets it up to Brister. Brister with another fast break, and this time Nick Horace didn't miss.
Nicky Tony was going up strong with two hands and kisses it off the glass. Good for 2 more points for number 3, the senior Nicky Tony Horace.
3:05 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville out front, 23-6. At the free throw line, a drive there by Warren, and he'll give it up to Clemens. Clemens to Phillips. Phillips outside the lane, over to Beasley, and Beasley and the near sideline being watched by Wilkinson. Now to the free throw line, gets it right back. Here is Clemens. He'll kick it back out, and a three-point shot. That one's no good, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here comes Nick Horace. Horace will bring the ball up with 2:35 to play here in this first half. Nicky Tony picks up his dribble, gets double teamed, gets it up to Brister. Brister across the way now for Weisinger. Weisinger, he'll go baseline, and Wilkinson was thinking about shooting that ball before he caught that ball.
That's what I was going to say. He went ahead and took the shot, but he forgot to receive the ball
Yeah,
first.
Took the shot in his mind anyway, didn't he?
That's exactly right.
2:26 left to play here in this second quarter. Here comes the Panthers. Panthers across the line, and Henderson with it. He'll give it up now for Beasley. Beasley back over to Henderson. Henderson in the near side corner. Dribbles his way out toward the wing and continues to dribble and does a little side skip. Now he travels forward and into the paint, takes the shot. That one's good. Probably got away with a travel there, but we won't say anything.
Oh, hey, when you shoot the ball over big 6, what's Solomon Talbot, 6'10" or 11?
Yeah.
And you get the ball up over him and in the bucket, you've done something.
6'11" Talbot, and he couldn't hold on to the ball.
Nice dish. Talbot just had a little butterfingers there. Again, he was kind of like Wilkinson. He was looking to shoot before he caught it.
Yep.
That'll go down as a turnover.
Mind sometimes work faster than the body. Here is Henderson. Henderson, well, yeah, pickpocket there by Brister, and Brister has no problem baking that one off the glass for 2.
Boy, that never gets old, does it, Ty?
No, not at all.
Tyree is so quick, and he will pick your pocket before you know it.
Don't forget, we have the second class being inducted into the K-Hawk Hall of Fame. That'll take place in February, but the announcement of that class will take place here at halftime, and we will be here to bring that to you.
Yeah, so we had a stoppage in action. I think there might have been a shot clock issue. It didn't reset. So the referee, heads up to the referee, noticed it, stopped play, got it reset, and here we go.
Here is Clemens. Clemens in front of the scorer's table as we are down to 80 seconds left to play, and Brister is going to get called for a foul.
Oh, no.
No,
that's
they're
a
not.
moving pick.
Yeah.
That's a moving pick.
Well,
Brister
it
did a
is.
good job of running into the moving pick and given what I call the Rayshon Taylor head shrug, right?
Yeah.
And he earned that foul.
I don't have a 23 either, but now that he's into the game, well, he's now not into the game. He'll be on the halftime score sheet, so I'll know who he is before the next half starts. Here is Brister over to Chase Reynolds, and that ball knocked out of bounds by Clemens as Weisinger was trying to pass it back over to Brister, who was over on the left wing. And now Chase Reynolds will inbound in front of the Eisenhower bench. 1:12 to play here in this first half. And another ball that gets away from Talbot.
Yeah, nice pass into Talbot. Actually bounced off his head.
Yeah.
And right into the hands of an Eisenhower player. So here comes Eisenhower trying to cut the lead to 15.
I would not advise using your head in the game of basketball. You save that for soccer.
We've seen it twice.
I know. One intentionally, one not. Here is Clemens all the way deep out on the wing. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 40 seconds left to play here in this second quarter. And that one's thrown away. And
Ooh, that ball must be hot.
I'm telling you.
That ball must
or
be
slippery,
hot
one of
or
the two.
Slippery, something.
Chambers is going to come back in. He'll take the place of Talbot. 38.3 seconds left, so a 3-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock. Collinsville, they bring the ball up. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds over on the left wing, into the left corner now for Weisinger. Back to Reynolds, over onto the other wing, Brister. Into the far side corner now, Horace. He'll pop one from about 10 feet out, and he'll make that one no problem at all.
Yes, sir. We know Nicky Tony makes a living from about 12 to 15 feet out, and he added that one to his repertoire there.
15 seconds left to play here in this first half. 27-8 in favor of Collinsville. All the way back out at the midcourt stripe is Henderson. Henderson with a bounce pass to Page. Page takes the shot. Can't get it to fall. Collinsville with a chance at the buzzer. Here is Nicky Tony, and no on the big three-point miss, and that is the way that the first half comes to a close. 27-8 in favor of Collinsville, and we'll be back with the Hall of Fame announcement ceremony in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud K-Hawk alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at CollinsvilleBarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville K-Hawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of K-Hawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve.
We'll bring it back to that commercial a little bit later. Now, the inductions of the next class.
Next we have Bob Bone. Brenda Holdener. Dominique Manley. Kitty Oberfeld. Dennis Pace. Tom Parker. John A. Renfro. John M. Renfro. Kevin Stallings. Everett Singleton. And Francesca Colisa. Franny Steiner. Also the 1986 soccer team and the 1965 basketball team. Let's have a big round of applause for our second ever class of the Collinsville CUSD 10 Hall of Fame.
And there you have it. Don't know if you heard all of that, but if not, I'll recap it for you, and I'm getting ready to post it on the old Facebook page. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 12 individuals going in and 2 teams. Of the individuals, you have William Baumgartner, Bob Bone, Brenda Holdener, Dominique Manley, Ken Oberkfell, Dennis Pace, Tom Parker, John A. Renfro, also known as Jack, plus you have John M. Renfro, Kevin Stallings, Everett Singleton, and Franny Colisa, and she works at my school. She's the secretary at Hollywood Heights. And the 2 teams that are going to be inducted this year is the championship teams, 1986 soccer team and the 1965 basketball team. So that'll take place in February, and that will be on February the 15th at the Collinsville Gateway Convention Center. Tickets are $40 and can be purchased by contacting either Clay Smith or Jan Harmon. Both of them have the CUSD email addresses, and if you know the phone numbers and extensions, you can go ahead and give them a call to purchase tickets as well. All right, 27-8 is our score at halftime. Collinsville has the lead, and we'll be back to give you some first half stats after a brief timeout here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of K-Hawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go K-Hawks.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the KHawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the K-Hawk Sports Network and KHawkSports.com.
And welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. First half stats. Collinsville 27 and Decatur Eisenhower 8. Collinsville is 11 of 22 from the field, while Eisenhower is 4 of 23. Three-pointers, Eisenhower 0 for 5, Collinsville 5 for 9. We've only had 2 free throws. Both of those were by Nick Horace, and he missed both of them, so Collinsville 0 for 2. Rebounds, Collinsville actually trailing in that department, 16-15 to Eisenhower. And as far as turnovers go, Eisenhower with 8, Collinsville with 5. Collinsville has scored 10 points in the paint compared to 2 for Eisenhower. And off of turnovers, Collinsville has 7 points off of the 8 turnovers by Eisenhower, while the Panthers have 4 points off of the 5 turnovers for Collinsville. And the K-Hawks have held Eisenhower to 4 points in both the first and the second quarter. And that's why Eisenhower has 8 points on the scoreboard. Collinsville with 10 points in the first quarter and 17 in the second quarter. One more timeout coming your way. Second half action resumes after a timeout here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the K-Hawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, just about ready for second half action. And now we know who number 22 is. That is Cameron Graves for Eisenhower. Had a couple of guys that weren't on the roster in the program, so we have to get that corrected. And once we get the stat sheet handed to us, anybody who's been inserted into the game, they're on the stat sheet. Even if they don't have any stats to speak of, at least they're on there. So we are very happy about that. Now we kind of have everybody's names unless they spring another one on us. Eisenhower will get the ball first as we are ready to begin the second half, and we are underway. My name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. Here is Phillips with a drive. He'll give the ball up, and he'll do so out front. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to put that out there so they can hear everything going on that Chad Burgess was saying.
You're good. We're back in action, baby.
I hear you. Eisenhower with the ball. Only 4 points in the first quarter, 4 points in the second quarter, and there's 2 here in quarter number 3. Collinsville up by 17, though, and the K-Hawks bring the ball up. Here is Weisinger. He'll give the ball up now to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds will take his step over there on the left wing, back to the top of the key, now over to Horace. Horace back to Chambers, for Reynolds. Reynolds to Weisinger, into the corner now for Horace. Back out front for, a pass that Reynolds wish he had back because he threw that one well over the head of the 6'9" Zach Chambers, and when he can't go up and get one, it's a little off.
You stole my words. When the 6'9" guy can't reach it with a stepladder, we got a problem, Houston.
There is Eisenhower. They bring the ball back up court. Collinsville leading 27-10, but Eisenhower has scored the first bucket, looking for 2 in a row. Here is Henderson, gets the ball to Phillips, who gets it to Clemens. Clemens, he dribbles his way toward the top of the key, gives the ball back over to Phillips, and then a drive by Henderson. He takes the shot, can't get it to go, and that one is trying to be saved by Weisinger, but he never could find the handle, so it'll stay with the Panthers.
Number 1, Mr. Clemens will be the trigger man here from the baseline for Eisenhower. We're going to run a quadruple stack high, and here we go.
Inbound pass coming in, all the way back out for Phillips. Phillips will give it up in front of his own bench. 3-point shot there. Nothing doing off of the hands of Henderson. Eisenhower 0 for 5 from the 3-point stripe in the first half, so make that 0 for 6 now. And that ball ends up out of bounds, put there by the Panthers. So inbound pass coming in here from Chase Reynolds. Gets it into the corner for Horace. All the way out front now for Weisinger. Weisinger, left-hand dribble, picks it up, gives it back over onto the right wing for Reynolds. Reynolds will take it all the way back out to the top of the key. 6.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Here is Horace, and from about 8 feet out, he hits one from just outside the lane.
Yes, sir. Nice flash to up near the elbow. Not quite there. Reynolds sees him. Nicky Horace elevates, turns around, and pops the 2-point bucket.
Ball into the hands of Henderson. Henderson gives it up once again for Phillips. Phillips, dribble drive, pulls up just outside the free throw line, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Chambers with the rebound. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds, he'll bring the ball up across the timeline, and he'll give it up for Horace. Back over to Reynolds. Reynolds deep out over on the left wing to the right side. Nicky Tony for 3. That's a little bit off to the left. Hits the inside of the rim. Carnahan with a nice save. Gets it into the hands of Reynolds again. Reynolds had to get around Phillips. Dumps off, and a foul, and that would be against 13 against Stephon Warren, and to the free throw line is going to be Zach Chambers for the first time tonight. Zach comes in 67.4%, 31 of 64 from the charity stripe for the tall man.
Yeah, credit junior Stan Carnahan. He does such a good job of keeping those offensive rebounds alive. I mean, he seems to sniff those out and nose them out. A lot of times he gets putbacks, or in an instance like that, everybody thought Eisenhower had the ball, and the next thing you know, Stanley's got it, passing it back into his guys for a second chance.
Hey, did so from that near side corner. Chambers with another free throw, and that one misses as well. So Collinsville 0 for 4 from the free throw line, but we're going to have another foul called, and this one looks like it's
lane violation, I think.
Yeah, Stephon Warren with the lane violation. So Chambers with a reprieve here. Let's erase that 0 for 4 and make it 1 for 4. There we go.
Bingo, Todd. Good call, buddy.
Got the redo.
Good call.
Got the mulligan.
Collinsville goes with the full court pressure.
30-10, 20-point lead for the K-Hawks, and Eisenhower almost threw the ball away. Here is Clemens, and a baseline shot, good, off of the hands of Jarvis Smith, and that'll dent that lead just a little bit. Here is Reynolds. Reynolds back out to Weisinger. Over onto the right wing now for Horace. Into the corner now for Jamori. Jamori, no room to move there as Warren stuffed that lane up pretty well. Out front now once again onto the near sideline. A little alley-oop pass into the paint. Chambers gets separation and 2 points.
Yeah, you get Zach Chambers there on the right side of the hoop. He likes to go left. So you got that big body turning into the lane. You are not going to stop him.
A little pop and drop there for Clemens. And Clemens got those 2 points right back, 32-14. We're under 5 to go here in quarter number 3. Here's Carnahan. Carnahan out onto that left wing. Top of the key now for Horace. To Weisinger. Weisinger tried to enter the perimeter, still trying to drive baseline. No good. How about giving up to Zach Chambers? His turnaround shot was a little short. Hit the rim and comes down into the hands of Eisenhower. They bring it back up. Here's JT Moore flying down all the way, and Eisenhower scored more points here in this quarter than the first two combined. Well, actually, they just matched it. 8 points in the first half. They've got 8 points here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Collinsville looks like they're getting comfortable with the lead, and they're kind of getting lazy on getting back on defense. Again, regular season game, I wouldn't be too comfortable with that, but here with a lot of basketball to play, conserving energy is not a terrible thing at this point.
Yeah. Chambers, free throw line, and there is Chase Reynolds. And Reynolds gets a couple of points, his first 2 of this game. And Collinsville back playing some defense now. Out it goes to Phillips. Phillips He'll dribble with it for a minute and then drive into the paint. Nice spin move and puts up a layup. Can't get it to finish, though. Carnahan there with the rebound for Collinsville, and the Jayhawks travel back up on offense. Here is Reynolds with a bounce pass onto the wing for Horace. Back out to the top of the key for Reynolds. Reynolds with a no-look pass for Carnahan off the glass. He was partially fouled there. I think that's why the ball traveled the way it did, but no call. Clemens underneath the basket. All alone was Jarvis Smith, and Smith gets it off the glass for two. 34-18, Collinsville out front.
Yeah, Coach Lee less than pleased about Collinsville's ability to get back on defense, but they're still up 16 and they're scoring buckets, so I like where Collinsville is at this point in the contest and the tournament for that matter.
Carnahan up underneath now on a pass from Reynolds. That was ripped right out of the hands of Chambers, and here comes J.T. Moore. Moore to Clemens. Clemens for three. That's off the mark. And a rebound by Horace. Nicky Toney brings it up across the timeline. 2:45 to play here in the third. Here is Weisinger. He got fouled probably. No call. Ends up into the hands of Clemens. And Clemens off the glass for two despite being shadowed the whole way there by Reynolds.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Eisenhower cuts the lead to 14, and they're feeling some momentum here.
They sure are. There is Reynolds to Weisinger. Weisinger gets the ball back from Horace. He'll launch a three-point shot. That one's a little too strong. And another rebound by Eisenhower, and all of a sudden the Panthers come up. No call on that foul, and they throw the ball away. Or do they? Nope, they kept it. They get to keep it.
Chase Reynolds had the guy by the waistline. No call. But again, tournament basketball, you're just going to get a lot less calls, which is fine. But see what this does for Collinsville is instead of burying the hatchet and going up 25-30, now you can rest your guys, right?
Yeah.
Up 14, you can't rest your guys.
A 30-second timeout called by Coach Lee. He wants to talk to his guys. We'll take a 30-second break as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our K-Hawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a K-Hawk, always a K-Hawk. Hashtag K-Hawk Family.
Back here at the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament, 2:14 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville up 34-20. As Eisenhower has only scored 8 points in the first half, and they have scored 12 here in this third quarter. And here's a drive by Phillips. He'll give it up now for Clemens. Clemens in the slot. Hands the ball back over to Phillips. And Phillips, he'll back up toward the midcourt logo and travel all the way over to the right wing. Clemens launches a three, and that one is no good. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Fell right into the hands of Zach Chambers. Chambers gets it up to Reynolds. Reynolds over on the wing and tried forcing a pass into there for Wilkinson, and he'll get it right back. Wilkinson in the corner, back out to the wing. Weisinger all the way around the horn, and we'll keep it outside for a minute. Here is Reynolds. Reynolds and Weisinger play catch for a little bit. There's a nice little no-look pass, and that turns into 2 points for Zach Chambers.
Man, great ball movement by the K-Hawks, moving the ball around the horn. We reversed that basketball 3 times, I believe, and that's what opens up the lane for Mr. Chambers.
And Mr. Chambers said, swat that out of here. Another try, no good, and swat that out of there as well. Couple of blocked shots, and now a turnover by Nick Horace. Here's Clemens uncontested, and that one falls in.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nicky got his pocket picked. Eisenhower's coming with a little three-quarter court pressure right now. Here comes the big man.
And he's got to get fouled, man, I tell you what. Oh, boy, it was like a Zephon Warren backpack over the back of Chambers there.
Everybody, the student section on their feet waiting for Zach to bring down the house. They might call an intentional foul on that. They're talking it over, the referees are.
Yeah, he just kind of clamped on.
Yep, they
intentional
did.
Foul,
they did. They got him. Which is the right call.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go for the ball. You can't just hug a guy.
Yeah, so that means Chambers is going to go to the free throw line, uncontested, nobody around him, which I don't know if that's any easier or not. Seems more nerve-wracking to me.
Well, is it like a technical? Do we get the ball back?
I would think so.
I think so. So that's really the big caveat there, is you get 2 chances from the charity stripe, and you retain possession.
And Chambers makes both. And Collinsville will get the ball back. 57.4 to go here in this third quarter. Carnahan checks back into the game. Wilkinson to the bench. And the inbound pass is triggered by Horace to the aforementioned Stanley Carnahan. Tried the old inbound give and jump in the air, go kind of thing, and now trapped underneath the basket.
We call that an alley-oop.
Yeah, alley-oop. Called a couple of those here tonight.
Yes, sir.
There is Marcus Page, who had to wait out a little bit because he was trapped underneath the basket. Didn't have a lot of room to move. 35 seconds left. That one right back into the hands of Weisinger. Collinsville getting a little sloppy with their passing here.
You know, it's just you have to laugh at this point, right? Because we've seen this before, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
This year? A
Yes.
few times.
Yes.
Come on, fellas.
Into the corner it goes for Horace. Back to Chambers, and he didn't have to jump very far to put that one in, did he?
Yeah, when you're 6'9", you don't.
No. Here is Page once again. He's into the paint. They're going to give that big man a lot of tries into that paint if he keeps on being as successful as he's been in this quarter. We're down to 15 seconds left. Shot clock turned off. Clemens with the ball deep out near the midcourt stripe. Down to 5 seconds. Here is Clemens. Clemens up underneath to Page. Page had the ball knocked out of his hands by Reynolds, and they'll have 1.4 to get this ball in. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little alley-oop pass into the paint and a shot right off the bat.
It's just enough time to catch it and shoot it.
And a three-point shot at the buzzer, no good. That's the way the third quarter comes to a close. Collinsville leads 40-24. Back with the fourth quarter after a timeout here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural. And getting it, Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here in Collinsville. 40-24, a 16-point lead for your Collinsville K-Hawks over the Panthers of Eisenhower High School out of Decatur, Illinois. And Collinsville will get the ball to start quarter number 4. And here is Tyree Brister. Brister gets it over to Horace, who gets it over to Weisinger. Weisinger will take a leisurely stroll across the volleyball line.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty fast-paced moving game here.
Yeah, well, that one's another turnover, and Collinsville living dangerously now. Page might have traveled and got away with it. Now a loose ball picked up by Collinsville, so the Panthers return the favor. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger, and he tries to throw it into the corner for Horace, but that's knocked out of bounds by Clemens.
Nicky was making a back cut to the bucket. Weisinger just didn't read it. Threw the ball to the corner. Thank goodness it was deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, because Horace was heading the opposite direction.
Yes, he was.
There is Weisinger. Weisinger, and another one. Tell you what, ooh,
Darren Lee is not happy.
I thought for a second there that Clemens touched that ball.
Jamori knows he's going to have a seat after that.
So Weisinger will go have a seat. Wilkinson comes back in. And here is Phillips over to Clemens. Clemens in front of the scorer's table. Looking for a little wiggle room past Brister. Good luck with that. And here is Page trying to muscle his way past Chambers. Probably took a couple of different steps.
He sure did, buddy. He used that big body to move Big Zach right out of the lane.
14-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Horace. Horace enters in over on the right wing, out to the top of the key now for Reynolds. Reynolds Over to Brister, into the corner for Wilkinson, just outside the lane for Chambers. Chambers saw Horace flying in off the glass. Good for 2 more for Nicky Tony.
Man, great cut to the bucket by Nicky Tony. Good dish by Chambers.
Wilkinson's going to get called for a block.
That should be on the floor.
Yep. Lincoln and McClure North coming up next. Myself and Zach Roseman will have that call for you.
This should be a good contest.
Yeah, it should be. Then the nightcap will feature Belleville East taking on Collierville, Tennessee. Here is Page. He receives a nice little bounce pass and bounces it off the glass for a couple of more points. That game will feature Matt Clark and Mr. Steven Stock. Steven Stock does the same thing I do, but he does it for Belleville East, and he is going to go ahead and call that game with Matt Clark.
Nice press break by the K-Hawks. Nicky Tony flies down the court through the air for another 2-point bucket off the glass.
Here is Phillips for Eisenhower. Phillips, deliberate dribble, out near midcourt. Gives it up now for Clemens. Clemens to Page. Page, offset top of the key, bluffs it, and goes in once again, and Chambers couldn't stop it again, but this one bounces over the rim, and here comes Brister after the rebound for Collinsville. Brister takes it all the way himself. Little alley-oop, underhand, overhand, hook shot, good.
Woo, baby, little Euro step +1 for Mr. Brister.
There is Phillips, and he comes down and takes care of business all by himself, 46-30. Collinsville still out front by 16, 5.5 to go here in this fourth quarter. Here is Reynolds, gets it up to Nicky Tony, and he puts it in just inside the three-point line.
Well, I guess it's time to break out the Nicky buckets on old Nicky Tony, the only guy with 2 nicknames.
And that ball is out of bounds.
Wow. Eisenhower's coach says.
That's going to be against
Okay,
Chambers.
they did call a foul. I guess say surely, to goodness.
His first personal foul, second team foul.
To the free throw line for Eisenhower is J.T. Moore. They did not have any free throw shooters in the first half, did Eisenhower, so he becomes the first, and the first one is good. Jarvis Smith checks back into the game for Eisenhower. Back to the free throw line for one more shot, J.T. Moore.
Cuts the lead to 17. 5:15 left here in the fourth period. All of Collinsville's, we'll call them A players, are still in the game.
Chambers with the rebound after that missed free throw. Collinsville begins to bring the ball back up offensively across the line. It goes with Chase Reynolds. Reynolds, little left-hand dribble, now with the right hand, picks it up, gives it up to Brister, into the corner. Wilkinson for 3, and that one hits the inside of the rim, and a rebound handled there by Eisenhower, and here comes Clemens. Clemens is like, you're going to give me the paint, I'll take it. Takes the shot, no good. Rebound, put back up and in. This one by Affalone.
Well, there's no lack of fight or energy in this Eisenhower team.
Not at
that's
all.
for sure. They keep coming back and swinging their best shots.
They're giving Collinsville fits. There is Horace. Gives it up for Brister. Brister deep out onto the left wing. A little underhand shove over to Horace once again. And over to Chase Reynolds. Back to Horace. 4:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. And that ball is knocked out of his hands. And
Another
Collinsville
turnover.
commits another turnover. And here is Phillips to turn that into 2 points. Tell you what.
Yeah, Collinsville really would benefit to tighten up their ball game and slam the door here, but they are leaving the door open so far.
Yeah, it's over the back, all over Chambers. He still manages to get points out of it, but no call on the play. 50-35, and now we have a timeout called by Eisenhower. It is a 60-second timeout. We'll step aside for that long as well, and we're back here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, GASA Storage at gmail.com, or call today. GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Back here at the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament, the 39th year that Collinsville has hosted a basketball tournament here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, and we're glad that you're spending part of it with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. 50-35 in favor of Collinsville. 15-point lead for the K-Hawks with 3:50 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
Well, Collinsville's certainly in good shape to control their own destiny here in the first round of this 39th annual Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Another big thanks to Prairie Farms for the sponsorship and everything they do for this tournament and K-Hawk athletics. Big shout out to Clay Smith. None of this would happen if it weren't for all of the hard work from Collinsville's athletic director, Clay Smith, and I know Coach Lee and Mrs. Lee also do a lot to put this thing on, so big thanks to all of them. If you see them around, make sure you shake their hand and tell them thank you.
Coach Anderson as well, he's in on that.
Oh, that's right.
He does a lot of work as well. That is the Clay Smith's right-hand man, the assistant athletic director here at Collinsville High School. Clemens, he dribbles into the paint, kicks it back out, and a drive and a missed bucket there. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. They bring it back up. Blues are at home tonight, and they'll be getting started there against Dallas here pretty soon. And there's a little putback by Zach Chambers. 3:25 to play here in this fourth quarter. 52-35. Here comes Eisenhower, and that didn't take very long for Henderson to come down court and score some points.
They keep answering. They are not going to quit.
Here is Horace. Horace almost carried that ball across that sideline as well. Now he'll give it up to Brister. Brister, top of the key, and into the corner it goes for Weisinger. Weisinger, baseline drive, rolls all the way across the rim. Chambers with the rebound. He'll put it back up and in. Collinsville goes up 54-37.
Big Zach Chambers is just too much in the paint for Eisenhower to deal with.
Outside, here's Clemens. Clemens dribbles, drives with that right hand into the paint, and he uses the left hand for a little bit of a backwards layup. 54-39. Eisenhower just keeps on coming. Here is Brister. Brister gets it all the way up over onto the left wing and almost had that ball go out of bounds off of his shoe. And right at the same time, Collinsville called a quick timeout because Darren Lee, he was watching that thing the whole way.
Coach Lee bailed him out.
He sure did. 60-second timeout, so we'll take a break as well. Back in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Collinsville with the lead and the ball. That ball's tipped out into the backcourt. That's the second time that's happened on this particular possession. Here is a shot clock getting down there, and Carnahan takes care of it underneath the basket just in the nick of time.
Once again, Junior Stanley Carnahan in the right place at the right time. Seems like he always is.
A little floater through the lane there by Clemens. It wouldn't fall. He does, and he will be going to the free throw line. Weisinger will pick up his third team foul here in this fourth quarter. Panthers have not committed a foul here in quarter number 4. And to the free throw line, Mr. Clemens. And that one's good. 16-point lead for Collinsville. 1:55 to play here in this fourth quarter.
Collinsville starters in the game, except for the big fella. Chambers is on the bench, and Tyree Brister is in the game. We've got our ball handlers in the game for Collinsville, and here's another timeout.
Another timeout, this one being taken by Eisenhower. And I need to find out how long this timeout is. I have no idea. I haven't seen anybody make a signal. 60-second timeout. I got you. Thanks, Chad Burgess. Appreciate you, buddy. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Yeah, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We have 1:55 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Game number 6. We are over halfway through day number 1. 2 more games left for you. Lincoln taking on McClure North next, and then Belleville East versus Collierville, Tennessee in the nightcap. My name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. Collinsville up 56-41 as we have under 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Here is a pass over to Weisinger. Tell you what, man, the Panthers are closing up ranks over here on this midcourt stripe. They're having a hard time letting Collinsville go. And there's that little head back by Weisinger, and that drew a whistle.
You got it. The referee in the paint was not going to call the play dead, and the guy from all the way out on the hash called the foul, so that'll put Weisinger on the line for 2 shots.
J.T. Moore gets pegged for his team's first foul here in the fourth quarter. Weisinger from the free throw line, 71% shooter, hits the first one.
Puts Collinsville up by 16 with 1:37 left. Look for Collinsville to clear the bench here before too long. I would think we would want to rest these guys as much as we can here.
And that ball poked away, but Eisenhower, a nice job by Clemens to keep that in. But a bounce pass picked off by Weisinger. Fingertip roll, good for 2 for Jamori.
Very nice. Jamori had a great game here tonight to open up this tournament strong for our K-Hawks.
There's a tipped pass, but comes right back down. And another tip ball, and this one Carnahan takes care of, but he throws it right into the hands of Clemens. As that ball was partially tipped while he was trying to make that pass to Weisinger. And now we're playing a little volleyball. And a nice little run there by Horace, and that'll end in a little fingertip roll for 2 more points. And we are under a minute to go here in this fourth quarter. Here is Clemens. He'll take a shot. That one won't fall. Carnahan, he tipped the ball out to Reynolds. Reynolds had his pocket picked. Out to Clemens, top of the key for 3. That one's good.
Yeah, Eisenhower, they don't stop, man.
That was probably could have been a little bit of a hip check there. And no-look pass. Horace off the glass. Can't get it to go. Carnahan stepped in front, picks off the rebound. Collinsville gets to keep it, and then Jamori Weisinger gets mugged as he was going up.
Coach, you got to get these guys out of the game, right? I mean, the last thing you want to do is get a guy
Yeah, you're up by
hurt.
18 now.
Yeah, right.
25 seconds left, I would.
Left. I mean, I probably would have done a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago, but I guess that's why I'm in the booth.
I guess. Weisinger back at the free throw line, just went 2 for 2 from the charity stripe and make it 3 for 3.
Weisinger now has 17 on the night. Nicky Horace has 19. Chambers is not on the floor, so I don't know what his total is so far.
I don't even know if he's made it to double digits. He might have. Weisinger, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. We're down to the final 20 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Into the corner. Here comes a 3-point shot. Another one. That is good by Garyon Henderson. And with 12 seconds left, we're going to have another foul. And That's only going to be the third on the Panthers, so they have some fouls to give.
Yeah, why are we fouling with 12 seconds left?
I don't know.
We got 2 more games to play tonight, Coach.
Yeah. And the inbound pass comes in to Weisinger. Weisinger brings it up court. You would think the way these Eisenhower guys are playing, there's one more quarter to go.
I mean, my goodness.
Weisinger, he'll dribble the ball on the perimeter for a while, kick it back outside. That's going to do it. 64-47 in favor of Collinsville. Big thank you there, Dr. McCluskey. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Looking forward to it.
All right, that is Dr. Chris McCluskey. My name is Todd Duke. We have another break coming your way before we get ready for the next contest. That'll feature the Lincoln Rail Splitters against the Stars of McClure North. And after a break, we'll have that game for you next on the K-Hawk Sports Network.